And now the 2024 presidential contest in the United States speeds into its final weekend, with Democrat Kamala Harris and Republican Donald Trump locked in a razor-thin contest. Now, both candidates are crisscrossing the country to rally voters in the states that matter most.
This final weekend before the election day, the two candidates are making their final pitches to the electorate.
And make no mistake, we will win.
I believe we can win.
Visiting swing states where this election will most likely be decided. On Saturday, Mr. Trump began with an appearance in North Carolina, with a surprising stop in Virginia next. No Democratic presidential candidate has carried North Carolina since Barack Obama in 2008, although it has been decided by less than 3 points in every election since. There is perhaps no more important swing state than Pennsylvania, where Mr. Trump campaigned on Sunday.
Get the hell out of here.
But he also made surprising appearances this weekend in North Carolina and Georgia, another southern state that has leaned Republican for almost 3 decades. That is, until Joe Biden carried it by less than half a percentage point 4 years ago.
We will win.
Ms. Harris campaigned in Atlanta on Saturday before a rally in North Carolina's capital. She's made several stops in Michigan on Sunday. More than 66 million people have already cast ballots in the 2024 election, which is more than 1/3 the total of those who voted in 2020. And while early in-person voting has ended in many states, there will be a huge push for final hours early voting in at least 3 key states, as the campaigns work to bank as many votes as possible before Election Day. That includes Michigan, where in-person early vote runs through Monday. Voters in Wisconsin can vote early in person through Sunday, although it varies by location. And in North Carolina, voters had until 3 p.m. Saturday to cast early ballots in person. The early voting period officially ended Friday in Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, and Pennsylvania.
Now, with less than 48 hours to the United States presidential election, one thing is clear. It is one of the closest and unpredictable presidential contests in history. And TVC News senior reporter Habida Lawal, who is in the United States, tells us more about the familiar personnel and the emerging possibilities.
The U.S. general elections attract global attention for good reasons. The manager of the world's largest economy and biggest military power must not just win a local contest, but must surmount an international litmus test of acceptability. While former President Donald Trump, with his pro-isolationist antecedents, may not exactly generate warm fuzzy feelings internationally, his teeming local base make up for it. With the complexity that Vice President Kamala Harris is inheriting from her current principal, President Joe Biden, with crises in the Middle East and Caucasus, international feelings have been quite nuanced in this cycle of elections.
Not just in America, but
an accredited election observer, Hamza Lawal, tells me about the enthusiasm of American voters.
We've been engaging with our electorate as we arrive in the United States ahead of the election on November 5. And there's been a lot of interest and enthusiasm from the electorate. They're really excited about the election, and even some people have already casted their ballot, because America has a system where you can send your ballot via mail and make your choice even before November 5. And but November 5 is the day where everyone will come out en masse to cast their ballot, and we've seen that a lot of people are excited to come out. And we've also seen the 2 leading candidates in the party, which is Republican and Democrat, also doing massive campaign to get the votes out. Hopefully this would be one of the most turned out election in America's history.
The biggest in this election season is who will emerge winner, an election which is contested not on popular basis, but on the basis of the first party to dial up the required 270 electoral votes from an amalgam of red and blue states by winning the finicky winner-takes-all electoral votes of the swing states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Arizona, Nevada, and Georgia.
The three major factors to consider in these elections are women, early voting, and how black men vote. For historians, this is historic. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Texas.
If you vote for me, inflation will end.